Strong jobs growth has been one of the pillars underpinning the Australian economy as other developed nations have floundered in the post-global financial crisis world. But will that continue? In their last look into their crystal balls for late-line business, our 5 experts have bravely looked ahead to predict where the unemployment rate will be at the end of the year.
Yeah, this is a surprisingly challenging forecast to make because there's so many variables at play right now. We had a pretty strong year for employment gains in 2010. I'd be expecting that to moderate a bit and see around about 2% employment growth, but the real wild card is what's going to be happening to labour supply. How much further can the participation rate rise, which is already at a record, and how much will migration slow and pull down the number of workers coming into the labour force every month? When I put it all together, I'm getting a number not too far below where we are right now, which is around about 5%. So I'd say 4.8 to 5% is probably a reasonable target for where we might end the year in terms of unemployment.
Access Economics is forecasting unemployment rates of around 4% by the end of this year. That's based on quite strong domestic growth, which is in turn led through continued strong investment, a little bit of a pickup in the consumer sentiment throughout the year and demand. We see the employment growth itself going up by around 3.5% through the year, return to trend or slightly above in overall growth in the economy, and participation rates holding around about where they are. So all of that will support a pretty significant improvement in unemployment rates.
We tend to think the unemployment rate will hit around 4.6% in the Australian economy because by that time the housing reconstruction boom in Queensland will be well underway. We will also possibly have the start of the mining boom, which is going to draw significant labour market resources into those two sectors.
We continue to expect the unemployment rate to brush the natural rate of unemployment. So we're looking for the unemployment rate to dip to 4.7% by the end of this year. Strong labour demand with limited spare capacity in the labour market means that the unemployment rate is likely to continue to fall.
I would see unemployment, say, about 4.25%, sort of in the range 4 to 4.5%. The economy has a significant amount of momentum. Again, the key factor being the resources boom, which is built up significant momentum last year, which is continuing.
So there you have it. All our experts see a good year on the jobs front, with Access Economics' Nikki Huntley really sticking her neck out with her bold assertion of 4% unemployment. We'll be going back to our experts throughout the year to see how their predictions on jobs, the stock market, interest rates and the dollars are holding up.